cannot believe I'm finding rare plants like this at this particular Home Depot. Let's go big box store plant shopping and watch till the very end. There might be shocking plants, rare plants that used to cost hundreds of dollars and they're now under $30. This is an example. Let's go big box store plant shopping. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at GrowFold, and today, you guessed it, we are going to be going big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out here in Frisco, Texas. This is the one off of Preston and Warren Road. So for those that like big box store plant shopping videos, in today's video, we are going to be exploring the newest house plants from Costa Farms, urban jungle plants, live trends design, and obviously looking for some summer plant deals for your outdoor garden plants as well as indoor tropical plants. So if this is your type of niche, then you need to be going ahead and watching this video until the very end, because there's going to be some amazing plant finds. And for those that are new to this channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie and I do daily plant content. So if this is again your type of niche, go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on, as well as go ahead and press the like button for this video, because it definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. But as you can see right here, we are in the Lowe's outdoor garden section. I am actually just getting off of work. And for those that are seeing my outfit of the day, this is a new golden kimono. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. But I did just want to show you a little bit of the outdoor garden plants that you can find at Lowe's location. So I'm going to flip this side over to the camera to show you guys what plants we have for summer gardening, and then we're going to quickly go into the indoor tropical section. So one plant that really does signify summer coming around the corner is a bunch of these beautiful tropical landscape plants. For instance, $19.98. We have the Croton Petra. This one does like full sun. Look at how beautiful the foliage of the leaves are. And as far as this particular plant, it likes warmer temperatures, hotter weather. It also likes to be consistently watered. It likes higher humidity levels and obviously a lot of light. You know, when somebody was asked, a famous YouTube content creator by the name of David Morales, who happens to be a guest on my upcoming plant podcast called Grow Talks, premiering next Tuesday. When I asked him the question about what is one of the most challenging plants to grow indoors, he did mention crotons, and it's because of the lighting conditions that it does need. It does need quite a bit of light. But as you can see here, plant foldies, I am just showing you some more of the plants that are good for your summer outdoor garden. You can see right here, this is a really cool James Walker bougainvillea. And you know, as far as bougainvilleas, depending on your grow zone, my grow zone is 8B, $14.98. You can possibly grow this outdoors in full sun year long. But for me, I am based out in North Dallas, and unfortunately that is not necessarily the case. But as I walk around here this late afternoon to go plant shopping with y'all, I hope you guys are enjoying the consistency of these videos. As you guys know, I've been super busy, and I just figured I would go ahead today and just film a quick, fun plant shopping videos for the plant foldies. And I do want to say thank you to all of y'all for always tuning in to my plant content. It means a lot to me. And as you can see right over here, we have some azaleas, and then we have more of these plants here. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and talk a little bit more about some of the plants we are finding. One would be this Japanese Aurelia, or Fatsa japonica. Really love the look of this one. There is a variegated version. And you can see right here, $27.98. We also have some hostas right over here. And you can see more hostas, and these ones are actually in bloom. So these are perfect summer gardens right over here. And one of my favorite plants to talk about is the Proven Winners Caladium hybrid. So these are actually often seen right here at Lowe's as well as Home Depot. Actually, Home Depot has quite a bit of proven winter plants. These ones are under $8, but if you're talking about a summer plant that you should be growing in your garden, definitely proven winter Caladium hybrids. This one right over here is $7.98. This one is the Splash of Wine, which I actually have right over here. Really love that. And what I love about proven winter plants is they are adaptable as houseplants, at least these caladiums right over here. You can see this one again, $7.98. This one is the Blushing Bride Caladium. Plant foldies, let me know in the comment section what you think if you are a fan of the Caladium hybrids, because I am an absolute fan of these Caladium hybrids. You can even see right over here, this one is the Caladium Heart to Heart Radiance. Look at the beautiful red veins that it has here. Again, as far as care tips for caladiums, you want to make sure that you do consistently keep them watered. They do prefer to be more of a area where it is bright in direct light. And then as far as temperatures, they prefer to be in warmer temperatures, because if you take these plants indoors, they will end up going dormant if the temperatures are a little bit cooler. So that's why summertime you'll get the most growth out of these caladiums. And one caladium that I really love that I only really see at Lowe's from Proven Winners is this particular one right here. This one is the Heart to Heart Mesmerized, and I am definitely mesmerized by the variegation and the color of this particular caladium. Again, these are all under $8, which means they're budget friendly and they're versatile as far as being an indoor houseplant, potentially with the right conditions, and definitely a summer outdoor garden plant. So I know that some of you guys have started to be a little bit more interested in caladiums. Shout out to Jenny. I think that she will actually be buying some caladiums. So let me know again in the comment section, plant foldies, if you are a fan of these caladiums from Proven Winners. And speaking of which, I did put my application to be a Proven Winners Leaf Joy Ambassador. So Plant Foldies, wish me luck. I think they will make their announcements in August. But if you haven't already checked out that post, check out that post right over here on their Instagram page. Follow them at Leaf Joy Plants and definitely engage in my specific comment. Let them know we are Plant Foldies and let them know we love Proven Winner plants, whether it is the Leaf Joy series or these gorgeous caladiums that we find at these big box stores. I mean, take a look at this right over here. Again, this one is the Proven Winners Caladium, Heart to Heart Mesmerized, and I'm definitely mesmerized. And, you know, for me, as somebody who has done big box store plant shopping and daily content creation, it's really would be an honor for me to be able to be an ambassador to continue to promote Proven Winner Leaf Joy plants. At Lowe's, there's not as many Proven Winner Leaf Joy plants, but needless to say, y'all know I'm always showing you guys the Proven Winner Leaf Joy plants. So in the comment section, I will ask y'all to leave what Proven Winners plant, Leaf Joy plant you have liked seeing during my big box or plant shopping videos. Y'all know I do the pinned comment. So for just engagement, just definitely check out the top comment in the comment section right over here. You will see it's a pinned comment. I would love for you guys to just take a second of your time to engage and give me your thoughts, because Plant Foldies, you already know that I love to go ahead and show y'all my thoughts on the comment section. So I would love to know what you are thinking about the plant. So definitely check that out. But as you can see here, I'm just giving you a little bit of a walkthrough, and then now we're about to go into the indoor tropical section. But one plant that I do always want to show is these coleus plants. And you talk about a budget-friendly, inexpensive, cheap plant that you can grow either in your summer garden or as an indoor tropical plant. It's under $2, $1.98. And these ones are lovely plants. I really love the colors. And if you look behind me, just look at the neon colors here. And again, what do y'all think? I mean, isn't this kimono just lovely? I just bought this one recently, and it is one that I just love the color. It's got more of like a bronze or goldish color here. But as you can see, this particular Lowe's location still has quite a bit of outdoor garden plants. One that I really love as well is the Monstera Thai constellation right over here. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty with neon pothos and philodendron hederaceum, just a green variety. So you got to be just really ecstatic to just see all of these different plants. I am also going to show you a couple of plant products because it is a plant shopping video, and I do have to show you some of the best Lowe's deals. If you haven't already, this one is the all-purpose Miracle Grow fertilizer, and it is now on sale. Limited time only for $14.98. You asked me what is the best fertilizer that's going to be budget friendly and cost effective. It is definitely Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer. This one feeds instantly. It works for outdoor plants, your garden plants, and your indoor tropical plants. I have been using this for several decades, and it is a sure winner. Now, if you started to notice with a lot of my plant shopping videos, I actually have products that are linked. If you want to go ahead and order that online, just definitely click on some of the affiliate products that I have, specifically the all-purpose Miracle Grow, because I like to show you things that I have used to grow my plants, because I feel like if you have somebody that has had good experiences, why not share it? So all-purpose Miracle Grow fertilizer is a must. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera one more time to show you how full this Lowe's location is for the beginning of summer in terms of the outdoor garden plants. And you can just see right over here just how massive and full this Lowe's location is. So I do want to just show you a couple of more glimpses of some of the gorgeous plants that they have right over here. This is a really cool mixed planter of a Monstera Thai constellation. Let me go ahead and spin this around. And then you can just see the newest leaf growth on this one right over here. What do y'all think? I think it's a really lovely combination of plants. And you already know that as far as easy care plants, really love the neon pothos. It is absolutely stunning. And then you can see right over here, this is the Lakeside Collection Shoreline Shade. And we have that Monstera Thai constellation right over here. Go ahead and pin around there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to the indoor tropical section, which is where the main event is. But like I said again, I'm really curious plant foldies that have joined this channel, have pressed the subscribe button. Recently, we've gotten a lot of new subscribers. Let me know in the comment section where you are from and if you shop big box stores. But as you can see right here, I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a glimpse of some of the plants that they have here. You already know I love my big box store plant shopping adventures because I'm able to show you some of the newest plant finds, budget-friendly options, and obviously just new plant releases. As you can see here, for instance, we have some new Live Trends design planters. This is called the Retrospect series for $19.98. Really love the bright red that we have right over here. And then the stoneware finish where there's no glaze. This is the Pachira aquatica. Lovely plant. This is also known as the money tree plant. Plant care tips again, bright indirect light. Constant watering is best for it. You want to make sure that you're not over watering it, but just water when the soil is completely dry. And then you can see for $19.98 again, we've got this nice pattern here. And you know, with Live Trends Design, they're really known to have more of a modern contemporary look when it comes to their plants. So as you can see, different types of planters that they have here. And then you can even see here, they have another one right here. This one is actually grown by Costa Farms. This one is for $15.98. They've got a matte pink finish. This one needs a little bit of water. And then we also have another Pachira aquatica right over here. Now, as far as easy plants to care for, you can see we've got a new type of Live Trends Design Pothos right over here. There is a couple of leaves that are yellowing, but let's see how much this costs, $29.98. And you can see how pretty this totem is right over here. So as far as a plant that you should be growing on a totem pole or moss pole, this Marble Queen Pothos definitely looks really pretty because as this particular plant grows on a pole, the leaves get larger and larger. So really love the look of that. And then here is a Philodendron Pink Princess on a totem pole again for $29.98. Look at the variegation of this one. It is on a pole. That's really pretty. You know, as far as Philodendron Pink Princess, this is another example of a plant that used to cost hundreds of dollars, and now it is so affordable and readily available at big box stores. So that's just a couple of plants that we are looking at from the get-go. And then you can even see here just how full this Lowe's location is. As far as Lowe's, one thing I will also say is they have all of these really nice self-watering planters, like this one right here for $11.98, Origin 21. And when you think about the aesthetics or how you're going to decorate your plants, they definitely have so many ones to pick and choose from. This one again is another self-watering hanging basket planter, which I think is really cool. Love that. And then we also have this one I think is new for $8.98. This one is a 4-inch wick and grow planter. I am curious to see if anybody is actually a fan of wick and grow planters. I definitely am a fan of self-watering planters like this one, $14.98. Love the modern shape of this plant right here. And speaking of modern shape, let's take a look at this. So these are the new Costa Farms Exotic Angel Luxury line, $29.98. We just have a Jade Pothos right over here, another easy care plant, but needless to say, I still love promoting Pothos plants because as far as anybody getting into the house plant hobby, that one is one I would always recommend. We're going to spin around here and take a look at some more plants. So as far as what we're seeing today, it looks like they have some restocks. I'm still trying to see if we can find some new rare house plants. But one thing I will say is, look at this again right here. We have these lift to water self-watering planters, $15.98, and we have an Aglaonema Red Siam. What do y'all think about the Aglaonema Red Siam or Aglaonema Siam Aurora? Even though I've been talking a lot about Hoya plants, I am still in love with Aglaonema, and I hope that everybody will include an Aglaonema Red Siam into their plant collection because it is one of the easiest plants to take care of, budget friendly, and even with Costa Farms, they make them readily available to where you can find them at big box stores. So $15.98. Who would not love it? And then speaking of finding plants, one plant that I wish I would have bought was the inner variegated Hoya compacta, but you can see right here, there is a Hoya, $29.98 for my Hoya experts. Let me know if this is just another type of Hoya carnosa. I do love the fact that there are more Hoyas readily available at big box stores, and in the comments section, let me know if you actually love to grow Hoyas, if you are a Hoya head, because Karen, a super plant foldie of mine, I'm going to shout her out again. She has really opened my eyes on Hoya. So that's one Hoya that I found. And I often think about all of the plant foldies and their types of plants that they like to grow. So as you can see here, we have some more hanging basket plants, more urban jungle and live trends design plants. I mean, take a look at this Philodendron Pink Princess. This one has different variegation right here. It's got more of a marbling type variegation. And then if you like alocasias, this one right here is for $24.98. And then we have another philodendron. This one is a philodendron orange marmalade. This one has a little bit more of a greener tone because it hasn't gotten as much light. And take a look at this absolutely stunning, super cute Aglaonema growing in straight hydroponics. And just look at the Root system. This is pretty impressive. I would totally buy this. How much is this? This is for $14.98, so under $15. But this is a plant that is exponentially easier to grow because it is growing in straight water. So in terms of watering it, you don't have to worry about it because it's already growing in water. You know, Aglaonemas are plants that, especially the green varieties, super easy to add into a plant collection. You know, as far as care tips, if this was growing in regular soil substrates, just water it when the soil is completely dry. It can tolerate lower light conditions. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep showing you what else they have here. And you can see that this end cap has a bunch of Live Trends design plants. I am loving the Sansevieria, for instance. This one is with a, let's see how much this is. This is $11.98 for this. This is so quirky, but I really love Sansevieria. And if you haven't already, definitely check out my unboxing of some Sansevieria from Succulent Asia. That is another plant that I'm actively collecting, is Sansevieria, specifically from Indonesia. $11.98. We have these cute Haworthias, and just look at the details of these Live Trends design plants. Gotta love it. Definitely one that I would add into my plant collection. And I just love how it's just very dainty. Okay, plant foldies, we're back and we're still looking at a lot of the plants that are available at this Lowe's location. Again, if you made it this far into the video, definitely press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. But let's go ahead and look at some more of these Costa Farms plants. So, perfect example of a gorgeous easy care plant, $16.98, highly variegated golden pothos here. And as far as this one, I think this is so budget friendly, inexpensive. One of the easiest houseplants to add into your plant collection. So if you are discovering this YouTube channel, again, my name is Richie, and I will always talk about pothos. I am curious if you are somebody that grows pothos, because this is one of the classic easy care houseplants. I love the variegation of it. And then with, you know, Father's Day just around the corner, one rare find that I found today would be the Syngonium Red Arrow. Look at how gorgeous this is for $29.98. So we are finding rare Syngoniums. You know, big box store is a lot of fun in terms of just plant hunting for rare plants, especially when you have Costa Farms that is readily sending gorgeous rare plants like this Syngonium Red Arrow. I am actually super tempted to purchase it. And, you know, as far as the undersides of the leaves, just look at how pretty that is. These would make perfect Father's Day gifts for any fathers that actually like to grow plants. But what are your thoughts on the Costa Farms luxury line? This is $29.98. A really good plant find in terms of budget friendly, and it's a rare plant. Speaking of Father's Day ideas, take a look at this. They've got a self-watering new planter in this nice navy color, and this one is for $15.98. It is a classic Aglaonema Silver Bay. So, you know, we gotta love the Aglaonema Silver Bay. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in advance. And if you haven't already, you should go ahead and buy one of these plants here. But I'm just looking at the overage of a lot of the plants that we're finding. Here is another hanging basket by Costa Farms. This is some type of Syngonium for $21.98. This one is in an 8-inch hanging basket plant. So I'm showing you guys a lot of these new Costa Farms plants. And when you think about Costa Farms plants and how readily available they are at Lowe's, they definitely send massive restocks. So right now at this particular Lowe's, I mean, just look at this, $16.98. We've got a neon pothos, and again, pothos plants, they really do it for me. And, you know, as far as all of these plants, I have the neon pothos and the golden pothos. So a 2-in-1 special, would you buy it? Let me know. It is for under $17, $16.98. And as far as what we are seeing today, again, it is just all of the new plants that they have restocked. We've got a lemon button fern for $16.98. So again, this is why I love to take y'all plant shopping. It's because I can talk your ear off for close to an hour and you get to see some beautiful foliage, that are readily available at big box stores. I mean, you can see here, Philodendron Hederaceum, just a green variety, $16.98. So I'll be a little bit chatty for just a sec and just give you guys some updates. So one thing I have really started to put into my content is the fact that I have really made it an effort to put these YouTube quizzes. So if you haven't seen them, I would love for you to do the YouTube plant quizzes on these videos. All of my videos have it. In order to get access to it, if you're watching it on a phone, you just swipe 3 times to the left on the 3 dots. You will see a 10-question plant quiz. I would love for the plant foldies to let me know again in the comments section how you did. Shout out to all of the plant foldies that have done that. And it's, you know, you get a lot of like plant quiz, plant trivia stuff. So try it, do it, and let me know. But as you can see here, we've got more Costa Farms plants. Like this one is the Gold Baby Ivy, one of my favorite ones. This is the Hydra Helix. And you can see right here, look at how pretty that is. English ivy, it is the death of me. It is also a huge spider mite magnet, but needless to say, if you grow this outdoors in a shaded area or somewhere where it's not on the ground, it will actually thrive for you. So I love that. I just wish I could grow it long term. And then we have another new Costa Farms. This one is a cacti and succulents low water need. So this is another type of hanging basket. I don't know specifically what this hanging basket of succulents from Costa Farms is, but it is a really cute looking one. You'll have to let me know, but this is a new release from Costa Farms. Pretty cool. Love succulents and cactus. And again, if you haven't, I'm going to try to get this up here while I hold my selfie stick. If you haven't already, definitely check out the YouTube unboxing of my rare succulents and Sansevieria that I received from Succulent Asia. I have a couple more plants that I'm going to show you, and these are the trending tropical plants. This is the luxury line. This one is the Epipremnum pinnatum marble. Gorgeous plant, and this one is for $24.98. Gotta love it. This is another new release from Costa Farms, the summer offering. Love that it has fenestrations, and you already know, plant foldies, this is endemic to my home country, which is, say it with me, the Philippines. So definitely check out this one right here. As far as this particular plant, it does like to climb, so give it a pole, a moss pole, some type of support, and you will get larger leaves and nice fenestration. Gorgeous marbling on the variegation as well. And it looks like they just got some more new plants here. Here is another Hydra Helix Gold Baby Ivy that I'm gonna go ahead and hang because she needs to be seen in all of her glory. And you talk about neon colored philodendrons, take a look at this one. Philodendron Golden Crocodile, and she is golden indeed. $24.98. So as far as what we're seeing today, plant foldies, we're seeing a lot of plants, and it's just fun to just look at the same kind of plants that you would normally see at a lot of big box stores. But I feel like a lot of this content is also to bring a lot of us together. You can see this one is another type of fern. What else do we have here? This is another hanging basket right here of a Fentonia. Gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And just look at my kimono as well. I'm really proud of it. What do y'all think of this one? And if y'all notice that a lot of these big box stores are getting a lot of rare plant finds, as I watch more content creators, it's really interesting that, you know, people forget about these gorgeous pothos plants. Like, I am team pothos all the way. And it's because I feel like most people get into the plant hobby when they are surrounded with plants that are easy care. And, you know, another top easy care plant that is readily available is the Pearls in Jade Pothos, for instance, from Costa Farms, $21.98. So as I chat to you guys about just some of the plants we're finding at Lowe's today, I am also excited to just announce that, you know, my podcast, Plant Podcast Grow Talks, will be premiering this coming Tuesday and every Tuesday. at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard US time. So I hope you guys will tune in. The first episode is going to be right over here. I have a playlist, meaning you go to the YouTube channel and check my playlist for Grow Talks. You can turn on the notifications on all of these scheduled episodes so you never miss it. This has been a project of mine for quite a while, and I am so thankful to all of the guests that have lent me their time to have a fun dialogue about plants and just many different subjects. So I really hope you guys tune into Grow Talks. It's going to be definitely interesting. You'll definitely get to know a little bit more about me. But anyways, that's the reason why I am taking you guys shopping here. Today is a little bit chatty. Today is a little bit just show and tell. So let me go ahead and show you some more plants in detail and let me talk you through some of them. And again, I just love these kimonos right here. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of these hanging basket plants. We have got more Pothos right here. That one is the Neon Pothos by Urban Jungle Plants. This one is another one. These are all both $17.98. You've got the Pearls and Jade Pothos here. Another easy care plant. Even though we are shopping for rare plant finds at a big box store, it's still nice to look at some of the classic plants that you could find, like this Marble Queen Pothos here for $17.98 by Urban Jungle Plants. Easy care plants, you can get all three and have a full-blown Pothos collection. I have all three and I am proud of it. And then we also have some more hanging baskets right over here. This one is a lipstick plant. I think this is the lipstick pagoda plant that kind of reminds me of a Hoya. Really nice looking plant from Costa Farms, $21.98. We have another Hydra Helix right over here. And then a gorgeous hanging basket of a Syngonium Maria for $21.98. I love the chocolate foliage that it has. And then we have some more neon pothos right over here. We have this particular plant that I really love. This is the Pixie Lime Peperomia, really pretty plant that we also love. And then we also have a Tradescanthia Sabrina right over here. Love the purple plant. Foliage, super pretty, very fast growing plant, very easy to propagate. And this one you can multiply very quickly through cuttings. And when you think about how you can save money on plants, you can just get propagations from friends. Let me know if you've ever gotten propagations from friends, because that's one thing that I am doing to be a little bit more budget conscious about my funds when it comes to financing some of my plants. But as you can see right over here, we're looking at some more of the Costa Farms exotic angel plants over here. You can see we've got another Syngonium. This one is a Syngonium white butterfly. And I am in love with Syngoniums. Again, I just feel like they are plants that are super fast growing. And this one is for $5.98. They are very thirsty plants. So just make sure if you are going to buy a Syngonium that you are able to keep up with the watering requirements. And I think a lot of times these plants that we look at these big box stores, we get excited, but we don't always do the research on the care. And then when they go to plant heaven or don't do well for us, it just becomes more discouraging. I mean, you can see this is a beautiful Dracaenas Florida Beauty. I've always been a fan of this plant, but I haven't been able to grow this long term because I am not able to keep up with the watering requirements it has. But you can see this particular Lowe's, while it's not super stocked with a bunch of brand new plants, it's still nice to browse around because then you find another rare plant find. And this one is actually a really good rare plant find. And this is for $16.98. Look at how gorgeous this Manjula Pothos is. Again, this one has some gorgeous variegation. Manjula Pothos is probably my second favorite Pothos or Epipremnum aureum, because look at how beautiful the variegation is of this particular Pothos. So I'm going to set this to the side because this is one that I may consider buying today. We shall see, because as many times as I've gone to these big box stores, I haven't really been doing a lot of impulse buying. So I am actually super proud of that because, you know, as much as I love plants, as much as I love to show y'all plants, oftentimes, especially when you find them at big box stores, you know that you don't necessarily have to buy the plant because it will get restocked. I mean, take a look at this Hydra Helix, for instance. This one is the Ingrid Liz Hedera Helix, or English Ivy. Costa Farms Exotic Angel Plant, $8.98 for this particular size. And then we also have more plants here. This one is a gorgeous Dieffenbachia. I mean, just take a look at the green foliage it has. This one is for $5.98. So plant foldies, I do listen to y'all's feedback, especially when it is constructive feedback. I realize that you guys want to see more of the details of the plants. So I am going back old school when I first just pick up plants and show y'all these. So you can see that I am trying to make more segments for y'all. This one right here is a holly Syngonium. Really love the narrow leaves and how light it is. Another plant that I always love picking up and looking at from Costa Farms is this Dracaenas Sandriana variegata. This one is for $5.98 in a 3-inch planter. So some of these plants are commonly found, but we also have some of these rare plant finds. I'm going to go walk around here and show you some of the rare plant finds. So we've got 2 different types of monsteras, variegated monsteras. This one is a variegated monstera Stadliana albo for $24.98. You talk about another variegated plant that you can find at a big box store. Just look at how beautiful this variegation is. This is the Monstera letriana for $24.98 from Costa Farms. And OMG, here is the rare plant find for today. I would say for today. This is a variegated Philodendron Hederaceum. Variegated Philodendron Hederaceum. What? This one is for $29.98. You talk about another unicorn plant. This is it. And we're going to talk more about that later, but I am so glad I was able to find this. It was just sitting here. I'm going to go ahead and hang it so you can see how pretty it is, but look at that. I remember when this plant would also cost hundreds of dollars, and even a cutting would cost quite a bit. It is now readily available thanks to Costa Farms. I know Proven Winners Leaf Joy also has it. So that is a reason why we go big box store plant shopping, because we do find budget-friendly options. I mean, you can see right over here, we have some more planters available. This one is a really nice planter. I really love this one. This is the Azura, $14.98. Peperomia obtusifolia marble. Beautiful plant. And then we also have the luxury line, $14.98. We've got the Batik Croton right over here. Gorgeous plant from Costa Farms. As far as what I'm seeing today, this is probably the rare plant find for today's video, but you never know because there's still more plants to look at. You can see right over here, we do have some large foliage plants. If you are a fan of the ficus plant, Ficus elastica or rubber tree plants, they have several. These are available. This one is $29.98 for that. You just need to make sure you're giving it quite a bit of light. And then we just have more bromeliads right over here. Really love the look of that. And then a sea of Aglaonema. This one right here has a beautiful, beautiful red foliage. Just take a look at that one. I would totally buy this one for $15.98 for just that red leaf. What a lovely one. And the cool thing about Aglaonema, if you didn't know, is they actually can mutate and give you some interesting coloration. So that's really a cool Aglaonema red Siam. Here is another one as well. What do y'all think? Will you end up buying one of those today? And you talk about another new plant release from Costa Farms. We have another beautiful Aglaonema. This one has some white speckling. Costa Farms trending tropical plant, $19.98. Lovely, lovely, lovely plant. And then we also have another Caladia for $15.98 in a self-watering planter from Costa Farms. So you can see that a lot of these big box stores, at least in the North Dallas area, have quite a bit of selection for summer time. So if you're looking to add more plants to your collection, now is the time to go shopping. We talked about another plant that used to cost hundreds of dollars, another rare plant find that is not so rare, and this is the Monstera Burley Marks Flame, $24.98. But we are finding rare monsteras at Lowe's today. And then we also are finding rare philodendrons, or at least they used to be rare. This is a philodendron Paraíso Verde. This one is $29.98. So we're finding more rare plants going big box store plant shopping. That's really cool. And a little bit of a tidbit on this particular plant, the more warm heat you give it, the better variegation it's going to push out. Its variegation is actually influenced by the amount of heat it receives. But as far as the selection of Aglaonema Red Siam, such a stunning selection. And then you can see right over here, more large foliage plants. We have some more right over here. This is a gorgeous Ficus elastica Taniki. And then you can see over here, we have a little bit more plants to look at. This one is actually a really gorgeous Syngonium Kalimantan. What do y'all think of this for $24.98? This is another Syngonium I would love to add to my plant collection, just because look at the silver foliage it has. Love that as well. What do y'all think of that? And then you can see right over here, more Syngonium Kalimantan, beautiful plant. And then you can see over here, we have an Aglaonema Red Siam again. And then we have some more philodendrons right over here. This one is $15.98. Really love the look of this. And it's in a self-watering planter. And you talk about more plants to choose from. Take a look at this other philodendron. This one is a philodendron Black Cardinal for $15.98. Plant foldies, let me know what you think in the comments section below. But I'm also finding some of my favorites. Here is an Aglaonema Frosted Ghost, $15.98. Love the white stems. Absolutely stunning plant. This is another one of my picks that I would choose in today's video if I were to buy a plant today. Again, the plant care tips, plant foldies for the Aglaonema is basically water when the soil is completely dry and put it in bright and direct light, and you are good to go. That is a really good price for it, $15.98. And as I pan away over here, we have a couple more plants to look at, and then I'm going to recap today's video. We have actually this is a Epipremnum pinnatum, Baltic Blue, another gorgeous plant, and this one is already trailing. Very fast growing plant, and if you notice with this particular one, you don't even have to really put it on a moss pole or a totem pole for it to fenestrate, and it's already giving you some split leaves. So I love this, and I just love the fact that, again, you can go to a Lowe's, go big box store plant shopping, and you can see that we have all of these gorgeous plants, more rare plant finds at budget-friendly options or inexpensive pricing. We've got another Ficus Taniki right over here, and then Ficus Shivriana right over here. So many plants to pick from. And then you talk about some of the other large foliage plants. Take a look at this Dieffenbachia right over here. What a stunning plant. Just look at the foliage it has right over here. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. And again, you just need to make sure you're providing bright light in order for it to really do well in an indoor space. Water consistently, and just know that the Dieffenbachia is a very toxic plant. So keep it away from your furry friends. It is not pet friendly. But one plant that is pet friendly, and it's right next to it, somebody kind of abandoned this Hoya again. I mean, just look at how pretty this Hoya is. I think it is a Hoya carnosa for $29.98. Either way, another pretty plant, and it's another one that is readily available at Lowe. So as you can see, today's video, we have just seen quite a bit of new restocks, new plants, easy care plants, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of recap some of my thoughts on the plants that we are finding today at this particular Lowe's location. So you can see we are still at Lowe's, and we have all of these plants here. Some of my top picks for today's video, if I were to purchase some plants, would be this beautiful Syngonium right here from Costa Farms. $24.98. As far as the care tips, again, for this particular Syngoniums is lots of bright indirect light, because what will happen is if you grow this in a condition where it doesn't get as much light, it'll shoot more runners with less foliage and just more vining, and then consistent watering. What I do love about this Syngoniums is that it will let you know when it is thirsty because the leaves will curl. I love plants that communicate effectively for that. As far as some of the other plants that we are finding, so we found some hanging basket plants. So one rare pothos that's not so rare anymore in 2026 would be this Manjula pothos. Right over here, this one again has absolutely gorgeous coloration, and it's for $16.98. And I always say this in all of my plant shopping videos: we save more money when we go big box store plant shopping. And some people will debate and say that we should always look at buying plants from local and small businesses. As you watch my plant podcast, Grow Talks, which will be premiering, I think oftentimes there is a lot of judgment that is placed upon whether people should only buy plants at big box stores. And I say diversify where you buy your plants. Diversify if you want to buy plants at big box stores, because like, I mean, this Manjula pothos, for instance, who would deny that this is a very cheap price, $16.98. Obviously, local and small businesses, if you want more of a boutique experience, you may pay just a little bit more. But the pros about shopping at a local or small business is, again, you may get a higher quality plant because there is a little bit more care placed upon it. But don't knock the Manjula pothos from Costa Farms. This one right over here, again, is for $16.98. And it is another one of those plants that if I were going to buy a plant today, I would buy this. And I want you to figure out whether at the very end I am going to end up buying a plant. I have been really good about not spending money whenever I'm going big box store plant shopping. I find the experience of just being able to pick up my selfie stick, talk to you, the plant foldies, directly, and just hang out and show you plants. And shout out to anybody and everybody that goes on the live premiere chats, which are typically at 7 p.m. Central Standard US time. Thank you for chatting with us on a daily basis. Thank you, plant foldies, for posting your gorgeous pictures on the community tab. Thank you for doing the YouTube quizzes. Thank you for just all the engagement. We are steadily growing, and I truly appreciate that. So this one, though, one of my top picks, I'm going to go ahead and put that up right there. Obviously, this is not the variegated Hoya compacta inner, but we still love our Hoyas from Costa Farms. This is another pick that I would choose to buy because what I've realized with Hoyas, they are easy care plants. They're not as fussy as I thought. They're very forgiving plants, and they have so many different varieties. So kudos to all of the Hoya heads. Gotta love the Hoya heads out there. And I actually just saw this. So this one may not be as rare anymore, but look at this. Philodendron Brantianum. Look at the silver foliage of this philodendron. This one would want to climb $17.98. This would be another rare plant find that's not really rare anymore because it is at a big box store. And for me, you know, big box stores kind of destroy gatekeeping when it comes to plants. Now everybody is able to afford and access plants. And to me, that is a beautiful thing because I believe, truly believe that the houseplant hobby should not just be for those that have money. I think the houseplant hobby should be for those that actually truly enjoy growing plants because plants help us grow as individuals. I know that as I've made this kind of content, this plant content for a while, that I have grown as an individual, just being able to care for plants, share my knowledge for plants, and really invest the time to travel all over to talk about plants. So just my 2 cents, and hopefully you guys have stayed entertained. And lastly, this plant right here is the surprise plant. This plant is the rare plant find. This is the Variegated Philodendron Hederaceum, $29.98 from Costa Farms. I originally found this as a Proven Winners Leaf Joy plant as well, but Costa Farms has matched Proven Winners Leaf Joy with their offering for $29.98. This is probably the rarest plant in today's video. This is another rare plant find. It is for under $30. A plant that used to cost hundreds of dollars is now $30 or under $30. Would you buy this plant today, plant foldies? Let me know in the comments section. So in today's video, again, to recap, we talked about just some of the summer plant finds that we will find in the outdoor garden section. The caladiums from Proven Winners is one I would recommend. I would also recommend crotons as far as plant products to use. Miracle-Gro all-purpose fertilizer, you already know. And then all of these rare plants, like this one, I'm so tempted to purchase this. Should I buy it? It's $29.98. Now you can always drop a super sticker, a super thanks, which is basically a monetary tip that you can provide a YouTube content creator like myself. Just press the $ on the right-hand corner and enter amount. But what do y'all think, plant foldies? Do you think I'm going to buy this plant today? Let's pause. What do y'all think? For me, I would buy this plant if I didn't already have one. I already have this Philodendron Hederaceum variegated version, and it's because to me, that is a plant that could be easily propagated. You know, you can take cuttings from it, and that is another reason why I feel like it's a good example for me, somebody that is always going to big box stores and showing you some wonderful plants, that it is okay to exercise a little bit of shopping restraint. I know that a lot of us could be addicted to plants. I am working through a legitimate plant addiction, and I have made some really good progress being able to say, no, I'm not gonna buy a plant today, but I could admire the beauty of it and maybe inspire somebody else in this area to purchase this rare plant find. This Philodendron Hederaceum variegated form, a plant that formerly cost hundreds of dollars, and it is now under $29 or under $30, $29.98 from Costa Farms. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's big box store plant shopping video. If you like this content, again, definitely press the like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out. Definitely hype the video, do the YouTube plant quiz, leave comments in the comments section. And I invite everybody that is watching today to watch my new plant podcast, Grow Talks, where you will become grow talkatives. It is going to be premiering on Tuesday. So my name is Richie at Growfold. Good vibes only, good vibes always, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. And YouTube is telling you, you need to go look and watch this video that is popping up. Do you promise me y'all will watch this video? My name is Richie. I'll see you soon. Bye.